Hey guys, welcome to Star Wars 101. Today we're going to be talking about what would have happened if the Temple Guards had lived and were at the temple during Order 66. If you guys want to hear more about known and lesser known items and characters, then hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and leave a comment down below. Let's dive in. The Grand Inquisitor was a former Jedi Temple Guard during the time of the Clone Wars. Due to his fall to the dark side, it has been revealed that he murdered the rest of his fellow guardsmen before Anakin attacked the Jedi Temple, in what is known as the Siege of the Jedi Temple. However, lately I was wondering what would have happened if the Grand Inquisitor never turned to the dark side. Would it have changed the events of the siege? The question on my mind was ultimately who would have won the battle if the Temple Guards were still there. To figure this out, we will be going over strengths and weaknesses from both sides. Now, Anakin's forces consisted of himself along with 9,216 clones from the 501st Legion. This legion at the time of the Clone Wars was one of the best clone forces ever put together, with brave, fearsome soldiers such as Rex, Fives, Echo, Jesse, and more. These troops were very experienced in battle too. Though most of the troops that I named were not present for this attack, these good soldiers, which came from the 501st ranks, just proves how top-notch they were compared to others. The Legion probably had war equipment such as grenades, rocket launchers, and more to help them too. One of their biggest strengths, though, was the element of surprise. Stories about what happened on the inside of the Jedi Temple in the beginning of the siege were mainly of unfortunate masters or knights falling into traps as the deadly group swiftly moved through the halls before the Jedi realized and started fighting. With General Skywalker, who had just recently embraced the dark side fully and became so powerful that, as we see in the security recordings in The Revenge of the Sith, was able to battle off 3 Jedi at one time, including the famous Master Sindralig. This force of evil would most likely deal a massive blow to their enemies either way. The Jedi in the temple at the moment of the assault was never exactly numbered, but was estimated to be around 10,000. This means if the Temple Guards had lived, it would have been at the most only a few hundred extra. This much more might not seem like a lot if 10,000 had already been wiped out in the real version, but keep in mind these guards were not a mix of Padawans, Masters, and Knights, but were all Knights. Since they were all this same rank, they had to have had at least an average amount of training in lightsaber combat, and in the Force as well. Now on the other hand, although they all achieved this rank, we have also seen that there can be very weak Jedi who are able to pass the trials too. The main priority of the guards was to keep the peace in the temple, meaning to protect it. Most times, they could deal with something such as a rogue Jedi by themselves, but in some cases, they would have to call in additional security forces for help. One thing that could have helped the Jedi was that with guards at their usual stations, they might have been able to spot the surprise attack coming earlier and set the temple on high alert. This would have given them more time to prepare. Another weakness for the clones was that they would not have known the layout of the temple as good as the guards. This gave the extra Jedi a small tactical advantage. Though, since not all Jedi were skilled generals, it might not have mattered. However, if in the right circumstances, an average Jedi could take out 8 to 15 clone troopers before he or she died. And if they didn't die, they could continue to cause devastating damage to their enemy. The last reason that goes against the Jedi winning the battle is, as I said before, not all Jedi in the temple were Masters or even Knights. A significant amount of their forces consisted of Padawans too. An example for this is that one of the only Jedi to survive the start of the attack was a Padawan who would later be shot down when Senator Bail Organa was leaving the temple in Episode 3. As we also see, the council room was full of only younglings when Anakin had entered, which some would say was just so that they could keep hidden, but if there were more Masters and Knights in the temple, they should have been able to spare even one Knight to watch over them. So that's it for this video, guys. Comment below whether you think there would have been a different outcome if the Temple Guards were there, or if it would have been the same outcome. And as always, make sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below for more videos every week. And other than that, have a great day.